Hey, good afternoon, folks. Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Hope everybody had a good day. Looks like we had another consolidation day in the markets. Flat market, but once again, the same old story kind of played. There were movers and runners all over the place. You know, if you do just a quick run of like the number of 4% breakouts, or even go through the top gainers list, you'll see a lot of stocks making parabolic type moves. You know, those big 10, 15% moves. And so there is a lot of speculation still going on in the markets while the overall indices are resting. Let's take a look at the watch list. I mean, for us right now, it's just all systems are a go till we start to see some breakdowns in the market. First stock to watch for tomorrow. This is ATHX. This one is starting to, I got this on watch for a rubber band short here. Still not extended enough for my taste. I think if this thing gaps up or makes a big strong move at the open tomorrow, that's going to set up a pretty good short here. It's starting to get parabolic. We're starting to see that kind of that climactic volume come into it. So we'll look for another day. Ideally, I'd like to see this thing kind of run to 5 if we could before I start looking at it. One of the things is in a regular market, sometimes these stocks they're up 50-60% and we can short them. But in this type of market, that's a runaway. You almost need even more and more extension. You see that with like these stocks like Plug and stuff. They go a lot farther and harder than you normally would. So what are you going to do, right? MONT, this just came up on my scan today. It looks like we've got a breakout right to kind of IPO highs over here. Watch for some early morning weakness. You don't want to chase this thing on strength here, but these IPO stocks, especially when they take out highs, have been making some real strong moves, and they tend to run for days, and so this might be something to keep on your watch list. CSUN, the solars have rested for a few days. We got kind of a nice little easy-go-lucky flag here above the 50 MA. That really helps limit our risk in terms of how low this thing can go. So I like the location on this one. ACHN, I'll keep an eye on this one too. We just started peeking out of this real long extended base, so we've got a range break here. So we'll see if we get any follow-through action on that tomorrow. SPWR, another one that's just resting here, but right under highs, right? So this one, if we do see a strong move in solar stocks, we'll see this one kind of rip to 52s pretty quickly. Once again, I wouldn't chase this thing. If it gaps up or you see a big early morning spike, you can't chase these stocks. They usually, at least intraday, they spike up and then they come back, then they base out, and then they make a run later on. BITA, another one breaking out the highs here. This is like these Chinese internet provider stocks. Anybody with a website in China, essentially these stocks are really, really flying. I wouldn't chase this on strength either. Look for, if we get a big, a nice dump like early in the morning, first 2 candles or something like that, I'll watch and see if that dip gets bought up. That'll probably be a much easier entry. Body, I'm watching this one too. These stocks, they're basing out over here, right? And so you're starting to see these range breaks really take hold, especially any of these stocks on the bottom. You could play this for a range break. TMOS, this is a sloppy flag, and it might need a little bit more time here because the range is a little bit wide, but you can see here it's holding up pretty well, and this is a momentum stock. It's been a momentum stock for quite some time, and if we can come out of this flag, I think that we can get another run in this stock. Crocs, I've been watching this one for a few days. After the earnings beat or whatever happened here, we went on a nice run. We had a very just easy, low volume kind of, low headache pullback over here. And I think that this one, as long as it holds 1550, can bounce. And so I'll be watching on this one for a bounce watch. WBAI, looks like about a 5-6 day consolidation over here. I think that this one, it looks like it's holding support here. So we'll probably get probably gonna run back to the 38s on this one. Once again, this is a hot sector too. UTHR, this one, it's just consolidating, right? We after this big PR move, Just a really, really low volume, light pullback. It's starting to get oversold, right? It's been pretty low headache over here. I think that as long as this one can kind of hold this area, this one's going to make a run too and bust loose. NQ, after that powerful move from the 11s to the 16s, just a nice, easy 4-day, $2 pullback, really, really low volume. We're getting kind of back to an area of support here that will limit our risk. I like the location on this one, especially for a bounce back to 16s. Not bad. It has a good look here. And then AER, after this big push, we're starting to base out over here. Might need a couple more days, but it's starting to build some support here. And if we can curl off this support, you'll see a run back to 38 and then a breakout. NIHD, this stock's a turd, but once again, these bottom stocks are going. And so you're just seeing, right, this 250 mark is really, really holding. And so as long as this stock can hang out above its, 20-day moving average here and not break down, I think that this one has a shot to break out. And if it can take out this 50-day, you're going to start to see a run into the threes and stuff like that. We might need a few more days to kind of let this thing flatten out, but we're right in the ball game. And then we have Vision, right? After this breakout, we're essentially pulling right back to the breakout spot. We got our 20 DMA over here. We're starting to base out here. This stock can pop any day, and when it does, it'll usually pop $3, $4, $5. So, that's a good stock to watch. It does trade a little bit thin, so this is one of those things, you don't want to buy 1,000 shares of this or even 500 shares. You probably add a few hundred shares and play for, a bigger rip, because it's hard to day trade it because you won't have the liquidity you need. Unless it comes in, then, you can always size appropriately. So that's it for now, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions, or you can always email me at canal@bullson.ws. If not, I'll see you guys in the chat room. Take care.